Hello, and welcome back to the Consult a Counselor series, where I answer parenting related questions so that you can be present and at ease with your child and live life mindfully. Today's question is: with school well underway, we're already rushing in the mornings. What can I say instead of hurry up? Well, my friends, I am going to answer your question, but first, I am going to give you a very unpopular opinion, an opinion that may leave some parents not too happy with me, but I'm being honest with you, and it is what it is. So, as parents, we are sometimes the one at fault for our kids feeling rushed or our kids not ready to do things at the pace that we expect them to. Now, I know you may say, well, I told them a bazillion times and they still haven't been ready, or they're still not doing what they're supposed to do, or they only do it when I yell. But we really have to ask ourselves, are we setting them up for success, or are we leaving them for failure? So here's a couple of tips to help with that first, and then I'll answer your exact question. So the first one is to plan ahead. Really anticipate how much time you're going to need for all the different things that you need to do in the morning, because this can reduce the need to rush. And remember, not the pace of time that you need to get everything done in the morning, but the pace that your child needs to work at in the morning. And that may mean to wake them up a little bit earlier, which in turn may mean that you need to wake up a little bit earlier. So that also goes in line with set realistic timelines. If you know your child is a slow eater and is going to take more than 3 minutes to eat a bowl of cereal for breakfast, then plan ahead for that. Also, create a routine. Create a routine that take all surprises and guesses out of it, and that they know what to do first, second, and third. And sometimes for younger kids, that means a visual with pictures. For older kids, it still doesn't hurt to have a big post-it on the wall to remind them this is what you have to do first, second, and third. So whether it is they get up or take a shower, brush their teeth, put their clothes on, then come down for breakfast, and then out the door. Make it as easy as possible. For younger children, you may also want to set a timer that they can see so it counts down so they know how much time is left. For older children, if they've grown out of that stage, you can always still give them warnings and times so that they know how much time they have. That does mean that you need to be more conscious and aware of the time, but you can say you have 5 minutes before you need to get down. Instead of telling them to hurry up, you can say, we're leaving in 5 minutes, so you need to be by the door at that time. Because after a while, we don't want to sound like Charlie Brown's parents, womp, womp, womp. We want to make sure that our kids are always attentive to what we say, because we also have to mean what we say. So we have to be consistent, not only in the things that we say, but also in the actions to back that up. The next tip is that we ourselves need to model the behavior that we expect our kids to do. So we can't say, do as I say and not as I do, because we are their biggest example. So if we are rushing in the morning because we are not waking up in time, then they're going to follow in the same footsteps. So let's model being calm. Let's even talk out loud. I'm in a rush, but I know that I have to get these 4 things done in the next 10 minutes. So this is what I'm going to do. And you can just talk out loud so that eventually your calm and thorough talk to yourself becomes their internal narrative. As you're doing things well and meeting the expectations that you have set, you definitely want to praise their efforts. And as a parent, we know that even best laid plans sometimes can go sideways. So plan for extra time as much as possible. If you need to be at your school building, let's say at 9 o'clock, don't rush up until that very last second, because you never know what could go wrong. So always give yourself 10 to 15-minute buffer time. And you may even want to teach your child that old time saying, to be early is to be on time is to be late, and to be late, well, we don't want to go there. So to answer your specific question of what can you say instead of telling your child hurry up all the time, we can say just one word prompts: get up, brush your teeth, get dressed, come downstairs, breakfast, making it the less words as possible so that they know what's coming next. With younger kids, it's easy to make it a little bit fun as far as pretending that you are a race car driver and you need to get to the end of the race as fast as possible, or that you're a really fast cheetah or something like that. And you have to either run to wherever you need to go or a kangaroo and hop as fast as possible to get to your destination. And I always recommend that at the end of each day, whether it be at the dinner table or maybe it's while you're tucking your kid in or as you're turning off the light to their room before you go to sleep, first, think about what are some things that went really great that day? What are some things that they're filled with gratitude or thanks for? And then you can talk about what's one thing, there may be many, but what's one thing that we want to do better tomorrow? And that way they put some effort and intention behind that one thing. Again, I know that we can think of so many because there's always room for improvement, but we want to be specific, measurable, and make sure that our goals are achievable and realistic. So, my friends, I hope that that has helped. I want to offer you a free resource that I have available on my website that I use for myself and for my own child to help him learn time management skills at a young age. And that is just a calendar that you can work off of Google Sheets, but also that you can print out and make it work for them so that you're putting down how much they have in their weekly schedule or in their daily schedule so that they get to know how much time, let's say, homework takes up and then where they have to go to next. What extracurricular activity do they have to fit in and still be in bed by a decent time? It's never too young to start teaching time management skills. And when we teach it to our kids at a young age, and then we ourselves as parents model it and reinforce it through our own behavior, then we truly set up our kids for success, not just in school, but also in life as well. If you think this could help another mom or dad friend, please be sure to share it with them. Subscribe to the page so that you don't miss the next video. And if you have any questions that you'd like to be answered on the Consult a Counselor series, simply DM me on Instagram at Counselor V De Jesus, or you can email me at hello@freetobemindful.com. And remember, in a world where you are free to be anything that you want to be, you are always free to be mindful. Thanks so much and catch you next time.